Hello sophisticated bastards, I'm the Redneck Guy, and I'm going to show you what you need to have if you want to have a successful bug out bag. On the table you see here we have everything that's in my bug out bag, which would be this guy right here. This is my bug out bag. And you might ask yourself, what is a bug out bag? Well, imagine yourself going up to Flagstaff with a buddy, one of your fellow sophisticates, and you decide you see a really cool road that you haven't adventured off of from time to time. You just haven't ventured off from it, and you decide to go over there and you get a flat tire. Well, you're now 15 miles off the main road. You have to either walk back to the main road, or you have to stay there and call for help if you still have cell phone service. So in that meantime, 15 miles by walking is a very long way. So this is the stuff that you might need to protect you for those 15 miles. Or you need to stay in and someone's going to come and get you. The soonest they can get you is 12 hours, maybe 24 hours. So you decide to stay in and help will come to you. Again, this is the stuff that will protect you and get you through the next day. Let's go through another scenario. Let's say that regionally you might have natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, stuff like that. Well, maybe you have to evacuate, or maybe you're trying to stay in. Power goes down, portions of your house get damaged, your local Walmart or Quick Stop or whatever you have to resupply no longer has any supplies. This is the stuff that can at least probably last you 24 hours, and it's up to you to make it longer or shorter. But this is what is in my bag, and I'll show you exactly what that is. So first off, I'm just going to kind of go through this. I always like to have a gun. A gun is a very important thing to have. This is a Kimber 1911. It could be really any gun. Confirm that it's unloaded. And so with that, I don't really carry too much extra ammo for this. All I have is 3 full magazines. So with a Kimber 1911, it's, let's see, 14 and 8 is 22. So I have 22 rounds for my emergency situation for my Kimber, my 1911. Also, I have a carry gun. This is a Ruger LCP. It's a very small gun. This comes with me everywhere. My bug out bag only comes with me when I go camping, hunting, or if I decide to travel outside the city. But this comes with me everywhere. With this, I have two magazines. The other one is in my Camelback, which actually isn't on here. I need to get that on here because I bring that everywhere with me as well. So it's a 380, and it only carries, seven rounds. It's not much, but it's enough. You just need to have something like that on you. The next thing is protection from the sun or from the elements. This is a shemagh, or a balaclava scarf. It's a big piece of fabric that can get you a long ways by covering your face, covering your body. It works as camouflage if you need to hunt, or it also works just to keep the elements off your face. You wear it and you kind of look like someone from Afghanistan, but there's a reason why in the middle of the sandy desert they have something like this. It protects them from the heat. So it's a very important thing to have. These are like $8 at a local surplus store, or online for $8 or $9. Very handy to have. Also, something very similar is it's kind of like the same thing. It's pretty much a tube scarf, and this keeps bugs off your face. I can put it on real quick. Keeps bugs off your face. You can wear it 100 different ways. A lot of times when I'm out hunting, I'll wear it like this and put my hat over it, and then now all the gnats and the flies and stuff can't get on my face. And that really saves me. We live in Arizona here, and in New River is a place that I hunt all the time. As soon as all the grass dries out and dies, the gnats are just awful, and this will save you. Toilet paper is a must. You have to have toilet paper. Imagine that you had to do a 24-hour layover somewhere, and you had to go number 2 in the desert. There's no nice long flat leaves for you to protect yourself. Toilet paper is the way to go. Also, it's good for cleaning up stuff. I have assortments of a whole bunch of little other things. Battery packs. So this is AAA and AA's for my flashlights. 100 lumen flashlight is pretty good. 240 lumen flashlight, very good. These ones take, I think this one takes AA's. You can double check real quick. Nope, 2 AA's, which is even better. And I think the other one takes AA's as well. And the reason why I would prefer that you get AA's over any other thing is that they're so readily available. You can go to Costco and get a pack of, I think, 80 for $9. And you just buy those, throw them in your bag, throw half of them in your bag, and we have an unlimited supply of battery power for anything you desire that needs battery packs. Another really, really big thing is paracord. You can buy, at a surplus store, you can get 100 feet for $8 or $9. I have 2 of them. One's in my one's in my bug out bag, and the other one's just in the house. So if you don't want to carry 100 feet of it, you can also make yourself a little paracord bracelet. And these things are designed to be taken apart, and for an emergency situations, you have literally 8 to 12 feet of paracord for you to do whatever you need to with. A lot of people, including Sophisticated Bastard, is starting to sell these, and we will be having these online soon. And you can actually either build one yourself or buy one that has fishing hooks installed into them, fishing wire, lures, stuff like that. That way, if you're lost and this is the only thing you have, at least you might be able to find some food if you're next to some water, which, if you're not living in Arizona, being next to water is a really high probability. Unfortunately here, there's just not a lot of water. I have, let's see, it looks like 3 or 4 knives. This is my everyday pocket knife. It's a Kershaw, nothing special, but I keep it sharp all the time and it stays with me all the time. And then I have these relatively very inexpensive pocket knives that just stick in my carry bag, my bug out bag. They're just always nice to have extra blades. On top of that is something that, without a shadow of a doubt, is the most important thing you can possibly have in your carry bag, is a multi-tool. Multi-tool has your pliers, it has a bottle opener, it has screwdrivers, and a whole sort of just different things. Knives, a bunch of different things. Without this, you're pretty much lost. And there are people who are very snobbish about these. This is the Ozark Trail version, and I spent $5 on it at Walmart. And it has saved me already multiple times. My Labrador, who's my bird dog, he was just a puppy, and he decided that it was a good time to figure out what jumping choy is. And without this, we would have had to go home from camping because it was just all in his face, and it was impossible to get out without the pliers on this. Must have. Alright, keep moving on here. There's a canteen that always sits full in my my bag. Every time that I go out, I renew the water, but since it's a dark canteen, light can't get into it, so it's typically safe. What's also incredibly important with the canteen is having a metal bottom for it. And the reason being is, let's say that you need to go scoop up some water from a stream, but you don't want to drink that water because it's contaminated. There's pathogens in it, there's microbacteria in it, stuff that you must boil. So you put it in a metal canteen, or a metal bottom, that fits perfectly on the bottom of your canteen, and then you can boil the water before you drink it. That's super important, because it's just too easy to buy this and forget about this. They go together, buy a little canteen holder, and this comes just right out, and you forget about this that's sitting in the bottom. Speaking of boiling, you need to have ignition sources. Ignition sources can include anything from matches. So this is a waterproof container for matches. And looks like there's about 20 matches in here. And so that's super important, waterproof container. But then also, what happens if you forget this or whatever, you have more matches. And these are camp matches from the Coleman. Again, all of this stuff is so easy to find. You just go to the local Walmart or Sportsman's Warehouse, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops. All of this stuff is available for you. Let's see, first aid kit. This thing is, again, a Walmart special, but it has gauze, it has Band-Aids, it has cleaning towels, it has a shave, razor, tweezers, everything you could possibly want. Now, I also put condoms in here, and that's not for, you know, having sex or anything, but also for storing water. Condoms are incredibly flexible, and you can put a lot of water in these things. So they are a good protector for waterproofing things. Maybe you need to waterproof like a camera or, you know, some type of electronics. You could put a condom over it and it should be fine. It does a lot. They're definitely multi-use. So just throw a couple of those in there. Oops. So yeah, that. Now, snakes pretty much live everywhere, right? So you need to have a snake bite kit as well. You know, even with a snake bite kit, if you get bit by a snake, you've pretty much ruined your day. And if you're trying to survive, that's probably the worst thing possible. So there's a golden rule of survival when you're out there and you need to get some type of meat or some type of protein, high calorie content in your diet, and you need to go hunt. One of the things I'd recommend that you do is not hunt snakes. Because if they can do more damage to you than you can do to it, you shouldn't hunt it. But let's say you accidentally step on a snake. This will at least get you most of the venom out. I guarantee you it's not going to completely remedy the snake bite. You need to seek medical attention immediately. But this will do it. Again, another $3 special from Walmart. You suck the venom out with this extractor, and then hopefully you're a little bit better. But of course, even in the manual it says, this does not save you. It just helps you. Again, for certain things, certain types of injuries and stuff, I have a small pill bottle full of 600 milligram ibuprofen. And I don't recommend, like, if you don't have this and you don't have a prescription for it, don't get it. But I had kidney stones throughout my entire life, so about once a year I'm able to actually get hydrocodone. I don't use it hardly ever, but if, imagine I'm out there and I break a finger or break a leg, hydrocodone would come in some serious help for me. To give you an idea of how little I use this one is from 2010, and it's only been, this is the first refill, and it's almost empty. So I don't abuse drugs. Also, some vinyl, plastic, and fabric Loctite. It's flexible, so maybe you have a cut on your hand or somewhere, you can actually put that Loctite over it and it will seal it up, protect you. Maybe your some part of your get-up is broken. This will also help you out a lot. So keep that in there. Keep moving through. Poncho for rain. High fatty calorie content MREs to keep me alive for X amount of days. And also there's like a Nutri-Grain bar or whatever in there. Ziploc bags. You never know when you need a Ziploc bag. Those are good to have. This right here, microphone. You don't need that in your get-up bag. Fishing bait. If you're next to water, this can save you along with your paracord. Paracord is divided up with these little strings. You can actually put fishing bait onto the string and then use that. I'd also recommend maybe having some fishing hooks and stuff with you as well. Okay. Got binoculars here. Not that big of a deal. Camp scissors. Koozie cup. My personal favorite, Come and Go from Iowa. I thought the name was funny, so I keep it. And let's see, a little first aid emergency kit, how-to. First steps, unresponsiveness, CPR, choking, bleeding, poisoning, eye injury, burns. This gives me an idea. I'm not a medic. I don't know anything about stuff like that. But at least if I have to do something in the field, this will at least prep me a little bit. Okay. One of the last things that's not a part of specifically about my bug out bag, but it is a part of my everyday I leave the town or leave the city, is this bag right here. This is my Ruger 1022 takedown. First of all, having a 1022 rifle is awesome, and you should definitely get one. They're very inexpensive when times aren't crazy like they kind of are now. But I'm able to carry, that's about 500 rounds of 22 long rifle, and that's like the plinking low dollar crap. A magazine, 25 round magazine, fully loaded, and then some higher quality 22. This is CCI Mini Mag stuff. It shoots a little faster, shoots a little bit more accurate. So anytime in self-defense situations and stuff, I decided to put this in because it's just more accurate. It doesn't jam nearly as much. And then let's actually look at the prized possession. So here's the receiver. Here's the barrel. And they just come apart super easily, so you can carry them, and voila. You have an extremely accurate Ruger 1022 that folds down into an extremely small size that you can just throw along with the rest of your stuff. And the reason why having a little rifle like this is super important is now, if you're out in the desert, rabbits become very easy to shoot. If you get lucky enough, you can get a fox, you can get coyote, you can get birds with this. And I've sighted this sight in to about 35 yards, and I've done pretty good so far with it. So just by having this, along with some rounds, a bag of this is probably about 30 bucks. This rifle is about $350. This could literally save your life. Take away all of this, and if you just had this, you'd be fine. Granted, you need water, but this will at least get you some food. It separates super easily and just sits right there. So this is my normal getup, and my wife always makes fun of me because I'm a photographer by trade. So I have my camera bag, I have my computer bag, I have my bug out bag, and I have my 1022. And so 4 bags typically go with me, and if I'm just out there to go camping, 2 bags. This bag and my bug out bag. These are the things that could save your life. If your vehicle breaks down, if the place you're going to is all of a sudden has a natural disaster, the place you live at all of a sudden has a natural disaster. Having this will prepare you and at least start getting you a little bit farther ahead of everyone else who is in dire need of what you already have. So with that in mind, this is the Redneck Guy signing off.